Lori from Cruising for Treasure, and you are watching my What Sold show. And today I'm going to show you everything that I sold on two different platforms, eBay and Poshmark, over the weekend. And I am between part-time and full-time reseller. I'm a full-time mom, and then I resell whenever I can fit that in between all of my children's activities and whatnot. And we had VBS at our church last week, which, if you don't know what VBS is, it's called Vacation Bible School VBS. And it's basically several hours in the morning where we do lots of fun and crazy things with the children. And so I was involved. I taught the third grade class last week at my church. And so I didn't really get a whole lot of reselling done. I didn't get a lot of listings up. So that is kind of reflected in my sales. But Poshmark killed it on the weekend. Let me just say that right off. Poshmark killed it. After being absolutely dead as a doornail for probably a week, it was like all of a sudden Poshmark woke up and said, "Hey, I'm here. Come buy the things, all the things." So people came and bought all the things. So anyway, I'm going to show you everything. Guys, wait until the very end because there's going to be an absolutely amazing sale that I'm going to show you, which you may have already seen from the thumbnail and title. Super incredible. Very rare Jellycat. I'm telling you guys, if you see Jellycat, buy the Jellycat. Okay? Buy the Jellycat. Okay, so we're going to start with Poshmark items. And let's see. First of all is this one. This is a Starbucks Swell Liberty Fabrics mashup. Okay, so it's lots of things going on there. And it sold for $28 on Poshmark. It is really beautiful. The Swell bottles, water bottles, are definitely a really good product. And I don't know why I just opened it and showed you that, because obviously it's empty. Whew. Okay, anyway, yeah, so this sold for $28 on Poshmark. Definitely keep your eye out. Some, obviously, as with everything, can sell better than others, and that's just what that one sold. But again, it's got several of those collaboration things going on. Multi. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, guys. My brain is not here today. It's a Monday. Okay, we are Mondaying fiercely over here. Hit that subscribe button if you want more awesomeness from me. Okay. Concert t-shirts, always a pickup. Foo Fighters t-shirt, RFK Stadium, which is in Washington, D.C., which I live in the Northern Virginia suburbs outside of D.C. This sold on Poshmark, full asking price for $57. We love it. We love it. We love it. $57. Oh my goodness. I'm just going to look it up on my spreadsheet to see what I paid for it. I think my husband found this. See, I paid $6. It's been listed since March 16th, and I got this at one of my favorite thrift stores. And my husband and I frequently go there on our date night. And we know we don't know, but, you know, we chit chat with the folks there, which we haven't been there in a while, honey. So let's go, honey. Okay. I never call them honey. I don't know why I just said honey. Whew. Okay. Also, I sold a bundle. I never sell a bundle on Poshmark. So that was amazing. And it was 2 Duluth Trading ballroom flex ballroom jeans. And those sold for $62. Guys, Duluth Trading is a really great brand to pick up. You're not always going to get a ton of money from them, but a lot of people just don't pick them up at the thrift store. So you might find them. There's the label. And this is what it looked. Oops, wrong side. Here we go. Flex ballroom jeans. I will leave that to your imagination as to what that means. $62 for the total. My husband actually has those jeans. He loves them. They work actually really well. Super comfortable. So keep your eye out for Duluth. My problem is if I find Duluth, then it might end up here and not make it out of my house because we really like it. And actually, this is not sponsored by Duluth, but I took my girls there last week and they were having a ton of clearance because we have a Duluth store near us. They were having a ton of clearance and I walked out of there spending a lot of money. So anyway, just a little plug. Duluth, a brand you never hear about, but it is really great. Let me know. Have you heard of it? Do you own it? Do you like it? This is another brand that a lot of people don't know about. It is Cath Kidston, okay? 2019, before the world went crazy with COVID, my sisters and I went on a sisters trip. And we went to England. And let me just say, I saw people everywhere having these adorable bags with the most whimsical prints on them. And I finally realized that they were Cath Kidston, but I realized it way too late and I ended up going home without getting any. And then they basically went out of business. So unfair. But whenever I find them, I pick them up because as far as I know, if they have a store here in the US, it's in like New York City. And I do think that they actually did go out of business. So very hard to find, but they're adorable. The quality is really good. And so I always pick it up when I find it and it always sells. I do not have items that sit around in my closet that are Cath Kidston. So $30 for a laptop bag, which I suppose maybe that went to a college student. Okay, 2 more items from Poshmark. This is another brand that I always pick up because it just always sells. I don't know why. I don't make the rules, but it's Webkinz. So if I find a Webkinz where they still have the code and it has been unused, I always buy it. If it doesn't have the code, no deal. But if it has the code, I buy it and it sells for $12. And this is an alpaca with really crazy hair. I mean, check that out. That's kind of how I felt this morning when I woke up. But that's fine. Okay, last item from Poshmark. This is Coldwater Creek brown sleeveless tank. This sold for $9. Guys, I do not pick up stuff like this anymore. I slowly am weeding it out of my store. But, you know, sometimes it sells and then that's fine. $9 out the door. Okay, so that is my Poshmark lineup that I've got going. And now I'm going to show you what I have on eBay. All right, so first I'm going to show you a vintage postcard because you know I love my vintage postcards. Here we go. This is Goldenstadt Bohemian Restaurant in Munich, Germany. So postcards that show like the interior of a landmark, they can sell actually fairly decently. That sold for $5. And I always keep my eye out for it. I actually have one postcard that I have come across multiple times. I actually just listed it again today. It's famous Luigi's restaurant in Washington, D.C. I sell it every time I list it. It's so funny. I don't know why. I don't know if it's possible that, you know, it's gone, it's demolished, and so it's just nostalgia, or it's possible that it is still, you know, actually in operation and people just want souvenirs to remember it. I have no idea. Anyway, fun little fact. Okay, let's see. Another item that I picked up that I sold on eBay is this fresh sugar spice lip treatment. And this is new in the package. This sold for $12. I got this in an online auction from a woman who really had a shopping problem. And by that, I mean a big, big problem. I personally won a tote that was big and it was full of makeup. Full of makeup. Imagine how many of this size package can fit into a tub. Not all of it was new. Some of it was used. But anyway, so when all was said and done, after I weeded it all out and, you know, whatever, maybe I paid $1 an item, but probably more like 50 cents. So 50 cents into $12. And I've been selling the items, you know, a couple of them a week, which is just incredible. And I still have a few more that I have to list, actually. Okay, so this is fun because if you guys follow me on my channel, if you have subscribed, you will have seen where several weeks ago, a month or more ago, I won from an online auction. I won 25 plus boxes of items from a hoarder house, and a haunted hoarder house. So I have been filming very slowly videos of me unboxing those because it's basically a mystery what's inside. So as I've been filming them, I've been listing the items, and 2 of them sold over the weekend. So this first one is Waterford. It still has the green and gold sticker there, and then it also has the sticker on the bottom. This is a lead crystal guardian angel who is praying, and this sold for $20. So I am generously saying that I'm paying $2 an item, but it's probably more like $1 an item or less. But regardless, if it's $2, if it's $1 into $20, no big deal. We like those, that return on investment. Okay, this is a pottery candle holder. So pretty. The pattern is called, I actually don't know, Blueberry Vine, I think. I don't know. Anyway, it's a salt glazed pottery. This sold for $19.60. It actually sold very quickly, so that's kind of cool. $19.60. Okay, the last item I'm going to show you. Sorry, I keep getting distracted. I can see out my front window, and it keeps looking like something is moving, but it's our flag waving. So it's just creeping me out. Anyway, it's the shadow of the flag moving, not the actual flag, because I recognize the flag, right? It's the shadow of the flag. Okay, this is my absolutely amazing sale from the weekend. I'm super excited about it. If you guys ever see Jellycat, as I mentioned before, you just have to grab it. It's all worth selling, but some pieces are worth way more selling. So Jellycat is one of those businesses where they have just developed a formula for an incredible product. If you've ever felt a Jellycat, you know it is the softest plush stuffed animal you will ever find. In addition to that, in addition to having a superior product, they also create a frenzy because they only release items for a certain amount of time and then they're gone. So if you are a person who loves to collect Jellycat or who loves to collect stuffed animals in a specific species, then it can be very frustrating because if you don't get in on that initial buying, then you have to go to the secondhand market. And then depending on how popular said item is, you could be paying a pretty penny. So imagine my surprise and delight when on the Goodwill shelf, I spotted, with these here eyeballs, I spotted a Jellycat that was fairly large. And not only that, it still had its tags attached. And not only that, when I looked it up, I realized that it was a discontinued Jellycat, which is amazing. Retired, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, so you know what? Let me just look up in my spreadsheet to see exactly how much. I paid $4 for this Jellycat, and it has been listed since May 5th, 2025. So that's pretty great. This is my Jellycat that I sold this weekend. Guys, when I tell you that he is soft, you cannot even imagine. Jellycats are so incredibly soft. So this one, his name is UPS truck. His name is Stellan Saber-Tooth Tiger. His original price was $70. So here's the tag so you can see. And then this is, oops, this is the Jellycat tag. always keep your eye out for that. And then this is what it looks like on the plush. Keep your eye out for Jellycat because, man, I have made hundreds selling Jellycat. Now that my secret's out. Anyway, I had this price at $130, and current comps for the with tags one are between $115 and $120. They will sell for that price. At this point, when the summer slow down and whatever, I just want sales, but I also do want to make sure that I'm getting, you know, fairly close to market value for my items. So I went back and forth with a buyer. Initially, she sent me a $75 offer, and I just countered and said, I really can't go lower than $100, and just based on market prices. So she was able to finally, I don't know if she had to move money around or what, but she finally came back and was like, okay, I'll pay $99 plus shipping. So I happily accepted that. And because I'm willing to work with people as long as, you know, they're gracious and courteous. If they come at me with, you know, any sense of entitlement or grouchiness, I'm just not, I don't have time for that. That just means they're going to be a bad buyer. Honestly, it's not being judgmental or anything. They really will be a bad buyer. They will find something wrong with your item. And when it's something like this, I just don't want to take any chances. So this Stellan the saber-toothed tiger is going to a super excited collector. She was very anxious to add him to her collection. So I'm glad I was able to make her day. $99, $4 into $99. I will take that all day, every day. So make sure that you guys have subscribed so you can follow along on our adventures of reselling. And we will get more of those haunted hoarder house videos out for you guys to watch. Check out the playlist because they're super fun. I keep finding treasures. It's amazing. Super amazing. I haven't found a Jellycat in there yet though. Sadness. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.